Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the JK Experience. Oh man, I'm flying solo today, and I like it, but I don't like it. You know, used to my wingman there, James, but dude, it is busy, it is crazy, and we still got to get episodes done here. So flying solo. All right, hey, so this has been on my mind and definitely been on my heart for a little bit here at the beginning of the year. For those of you that have continued to listen to the JK Experience, you know that like we started the year just guns and blazing. We started the year with so many things going on, like massive action going in to this year, and just a bunch of stuff happened, right? I mean, anytime that you try to make forward progress, anytime that you start to try to change things up, like you're going to get restriction. And man, we felt it. Like we totally felt it. We had some things that just blindsided us. We had things that just kind of came out of nowhere, but we had to make adjustments on the go. And here we are, man. We're a little over a month into this new year. And I tell you what, like we've had so many things already happen this first month that if this is any indication of what's going to happen this year, it's like hold on for the ride because it is going to get crazy. My question is to you is that what does February look like in your life already? What does 1 month into this year look like? If you are not on fire about the opportunities that are before you, why are you not on fire? Listen, things are happening all around you. Things are happening all the time to other people. And one of the things that we constantly say in our companies is that life is happening for you. Life is not happening to you. Do not play the victim. Listen, when bad things happen, you better be on the offensive and start to take control of your life again. And with 1 month into the year, if things have not turned out the way that they were supposed to, if things have been challenging in your life, then what are you doing to change them? What are you doing to correct the ship? What are you doing to make sure you go back on course? And on the other side of it, if the year has started off so good for you and you are full steam ahead, fantastic. What are you doing to continue to keep that momentum? See, it's really hard to get away from this, right? It's really easy for us to just get caught up in the moment, caught up in the success, caught up in the strategies that we put in place. How do we make sure that we continue to stay the course? And how do we continue to do the things that were helping us become successful? There's a word out there called M.A.P. And it's obviously something that you've heard before, but have you ever understood what it truly means? What does M.A.P mean when it comes to helping yourself become successful in your business, your health, your vitality, your relationships? M.A.P will stand for Massive Action Plans. Have you created massive action plans in your life? See, as this year has already started to take hold and has started to unfold for myself and our companies and these opportunities that we're seeing, is that we've had to create massive action plans. But here's the thing that I want you to be careful of is that oftentimes when we create massive action plans, we forget the small stuff. We forget the first step. Right? When we map it out, when we write it out, we put it on the board, we put it on a piece of paper, we put it in Evernote, we put it on Google Drive, whatever it is, we often miss the first couple steps or we miss the first 10 steps of it because we go right to the big idea, right to the big thing, right to the big opportunity that we see upon us. And we don't actually take time to write the simple stuff. And as an entrepreneur, one of the things that we do is that we get so excited about this new opportunity and this new momentum that we can create in our lives that we sometimes stall before we even get started because we don't even know what number one is. We don't know what the first step is, or our first step is such a chain of reactions of so many things that we can never check it off because too many things have to be accomplished in order to check the box. I got a great example of that right now. There's a box that I can't check because I'm waiting for other people to make the decision in order for me to get it off my list. And right now it's holding me up. I can't move forward in that action plan because I need that check mark off. But what I needed to do was not only just have that as a small part of it, but I also needed to create different check marks so that I could continue to just keep moving forward. And that's what I did. I saw that as an issue, and I said, listen, just because I haven't got confirmation and when they're available, I need to continue to keep moving forward. So what are the things that I need to start checking off so that I'm prepared for that meeting, so I'm prepared for that opportunity? Don't miss the small things, you guys. You are 1 month into this year, and as you've continued to make strides moving forward, what are the things that you've missed? Maybe there's some projects out there that you haven't even started because you can't put the first check mark on there. What do you need to go back to in your massive action plans? How do you need to stay focused on the little things that will actually create the momentum so you start to tackle the big things? See, I've started to do this, and I tell you what, I get so excited, so amped up, so focused when I can start checking the boxes off. And they might be little simple things. The other day, we had this massive storm that came and literally shut down our entire state. And while most people were using that as a snow day and hey, family time, whatever time created, whatever that time is that they needed, awesome, good for them. I chose that to do family time, but then I also chose it to do the little things that I never get to do time, which is to kind of maybe take care of some of the details that always seem to get to the back burner in our business. And so I took small steps. They took time. Just because they're small steps doesn't mean that they don't take time to accomplish, but I had to take small steps in order to get to the bigger step. That's when you see the massive results, right? So what do you need to do to start taking the smaller steps so that you start to see visually the things that you're accomplishing? See, as entrepreneurs, man, we have to fill our cup every single day, do we not? Like life beats you down. Life really drains everything out of you. And life is what? Life is everything. Life is paying bills. Life is taking on new adventures. Life is pouring into people. Life is having to deal with people's problems and they put it on your plate, right? All of these things that drain you. And so what are you doing to fill your cup? Well, one of the things that you can be doing is to check off the boxes of things that you're starting to become successful at. So what are you going to do to look at your massive action plans and start adding in the little boxes that you can start checking out almost daily? When you do this, the energy and the excitement that you will feel will help you as you move on to the bigger things in your life. Now, the other thing that I want to talk about is like, what are you going to do to get back into some of the disciplines that you know you need to be focused on? See, if there's one thing that I learned through 75 Hard, it was that I have the ability to be disciplined in my life in ways that I never thought I could. But it's easy to get out of those disciplines. It's easy to get away from those disciplines when you have nobody to either one, hold you accountable, or two, that you are not holding yourself accountable to the things that you know are important. 75 Hard opened my mind to the possibilities of what life could look like and the person that I could be if I just stayed true to the disciplines in my life. And yeah, it changed me. I mean, it forever changed me. And then I got back into the real world again. And even though I was more disciplined than I'd ever been before, I started to lax on some of them. And I find myself already a month into this year going, okay, I need to get back to some of the disciplines. And here's the thing that I realized is that I couldn't go back to the same ones because they were lowering my standard. I couldn't go back to the same disciplines that I had been used to prior to 75 Hard because my standards were raised. And I needed to do harder things. I needed to do more things. I needed to do more intentional disciplines and have more intentional disciplines in my life in order for me to create and go to places that I've never been to before. And so what are the disciplines in your life that you need to reevaluate? Because listen, that's the old you, by the way. Like the things that you were disciplined last year, that's the old you. I hope that you're not the old you anymore. I hope that you have grown since then. I hope that you continue to challenge yourself to be a different person, a better person, a more accomplished person, a more thoughtful person, a more focused person. So what are the disciplines that you need to put back into your life? About 2.5 months ago, we challenged ourselves, me and a couple buddies, challenged ourselves to do the Spartan race here coming up mid-February. And listen, it's been a fantastic focus for me to make sure that I continue to stay in shape. And this week I started my Wim Hof again. And listen, it's not something I want to do. It's not something I'm excited to do, but I know that I'm better in my disciplines when I stay focused and I have something to commit to. And so what are the challenges that you are putting before you that you have to stay disciplined or that you have to stay focused on in order to accomplish? And see, we automatically always go to business, by the way. That's what I do. I always go to business, but understand like the focus and your disciplines can be in other areas of your life. What about your health and vitality? What are you disciplined in so that you are healthier now than you were the year before? What about the disciplines in your relationships with the people that you say count and mean the most to you? Are you more disciplined this year than you were last year? Are your relationships better, deeper, and stronger this year than they were last year? If they are, it's not by accident. If they're better than they were last year now, it's not because they just happen to get better. It's because there was intentionality behind that. If they are the same, though, what a great opportunity. What a golden opportunity for you to start to be disciplined in those areas that mean the most to you. None of us are getting any younger. Like every day, we're one step closer to our death. Every day, we're one step closer to the last day that we're going to have. I've got this phrase for Kingsmen that we talk about a lot is about 0%. Empty the tank every day in every way. 0% left. Everybody talks about 100%, right? Well, you have to start off with 100%. Well, how do you do that? Well, you have a fantastic morning routine. You fill your cup. You do things that make yourself powerful, right? But what about, like, why are you keeping it at 100%? The whole reason why you get to 100% is so you can pour that out in your life. Every day you should go to bed exhausted. Every day you should go to bed drained. Every day you should go to bed with 0% in the tank because you left nothing on the table. And oftentimes we don't do that. Oftentimes we want to leave with 50% in. Oftentimes we want to leave with 75% in because it took so much and so much energy to fill ourselves to the 100%. And I would challenge you that you should try to empty your tank every day in every way. What are you doing to leave it all on the table for your business? What are you doing every day to leave it all on the table for your health and vitality? What are you doing every day to leave it on the table for your relationships? A perfect example of this was last week was Super Bowl Sunday, and we had a basketball tournament that our boys were playing. And I'm like, what the heck? It's Super Bowl Sunday. Are you serious? We're going to have to drive 2 hours to go play a tournament in case and potentially miss the Super Bowl. Now we're big Chiefs fans, so it was really a special day for us. But listen, the opportunity to miss the Super Bowl to go to play some basketball was not an exciting thing for my wife and I. But our commitment to our boys, our commitment to our children didn't allow us to be negative towards it or to result to actually cancel it. So we were committed and we went because that's the commitment. That is the discipline that we've put in our life. When things get tough, when things get uncomfortable, when things get not a big of a priority, we have to step up as people, right? We have to step up as parents, but we have to step up as individuals. And so we went to this tournament, and I remember, like we were in the championship game, and I'm like, you know what? Listen, at the end of the day, whether they win or lose, it doesn't matter. The fact that we were here, the fact that we stayed committed, the fact that we went through with the decisions that we say are important is worth it. And it proved to our children that they were a priority in our lives. How many of us are sacrificing those things that we consider priorities for other things that we would never tell anybody it's a priority. Listen, I would never have admitted that the Super Bowl was a priority over my children, but I tell you, I had that little struggle at first going, gosh, out of all the days, really, do we have to travel 2 hours in order to watch them play a couple games? Yeah, we do. Because that's where our priority was. And then when I shifted my mindset to say, that is my priority, this is your opportunity to live it out, guess what? I was able to enjoy the moment, enjoy the memory. Because you can never get that back. Where is it in your life that you continue to say, this is a priority, but your actions continue to tell you that they're not, or that it is not, or that you're not? Discipline in your life will allow you to fulfill that commitment that you so desperately want to have in your life. We're 1 month into the season. We're 1 month into the year. What disciplines do you need to put back into your life? What disciplines do you need to rise up and raise up into your life in order for you to become this vision and this version of this person you desire to be? We can't accomplish great things, you guys, unless we build out massive action plans. We can't accomplish great things in our lives unless we execute on the plan that we've designed before us. We cannot accomplish amazing things in our lives if we don't start with step one. We can't accomplish amazing things in our life unless we stay disciplined to the things we know that are important in our lives. So where across your life, business, health, vitality, relationships, do you need to stay committed to? Do you need to maybe recommit yourself to? Do you need to look at your disciplines and raise it up a level so that you can see massive results in your life? You have 11 months left in this year. What are you going to do about it?